Lyndon Arthur is back, ready to stake a claim for a shot at world glory when he takes on Argentina's Walter Gabriel Shechiera. Part of a huge night of action on Saturday, September the 17th. It's live and free on Channel 5.
This is COLM for FLTV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm joined today in Las Vegas with the one and only Ebony Bridges. Ebony, what a day today at the Canelo Triple G weigh-in. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, it was unreal, obviously. You know, I love my Australia in the UK. I knew there was no way that we're going to lose that, you know, to the Australians. So I was confident, and I'm happy that it's just done and it's set, and now we can move forward with the fight and, you know, get on with it, because it's just been a couple of months of back and forth and just annoyingness of messing me about, really, because I've been in camp for 12 weeks to have my voluntary, you know, next week, which has now been obviously moved, and I'm not allowed to have an interim. So, I mean, it is what it is, but everything happens for a reason, and I look forward to putting this one to bed so I can move forward.
Do we have any idea when and where this fight will take place at the moment?
Not really when. I mean, I haven't really talked to Eddie about it, because it only just, you know, happened last week, and he's got such a big week here with Triple G and Canelo. And I mean, we did, as far as I know, Eddie told me he was going to ask Shannon or O'Connell if she wanted to do the 24th, because we were ready for it, and I didn't hear anything back. So whether or not he asked her or she just said no, she didn't want to come over 10 days notice, I'm not sure. So I'm thinking it would probably be like October, November, and yeah, obviously in the UK, because this is my home now. I relocated here. You know, my fans are here, my sponsors here, my promoters here. Everything is here for me. This is my home. So I'm the champion, and I'm looking forward to bringing a great fight. And I'm looking forward to bringing an all-Australian fight to a global market. Because if this fight was won by the Australians in Australia, it would only be seen by the Australians, you know, on a Wednesday night in Australia, where no one really watches it. So this is an opportunity for us as two female Australian fighters, two good Australian fighters. You know, Shannon's a veteran of the sport. She's been around forever. You know, a lot of people might say she's a nobody or you don't know who she is, but she's actually been around for quite a while. The thing is, you know, she's been in Australia. So now she's going to get that big global platform. She's going to be seen globally. And I think it's a good thing for all of us, you know. People get to see Australian women's boxing.
You touched on it there about Shannon being a veteran of the sport. At any point did you come across each other in your days, obviously sparring or anything like that in Australia? No,
not really, because I only turned pro like 3 years ago. And the last 2 years I've been travelling overseas fighting. And she lives in a different state, and she's been a pro, I don't know how many years, 12, 13 years. But yeah, as a pro, not really, because, you know, when I started, like, she'd already had like 25, 30, whatever fights. So she wasn't really, I mean, mind you, she has been fighting a lot of novices in the last few fights, but that's because she's in Australia, you know, stuck in Australia, and that's really what there is in Australia at the moment, because women's boxing is starting to pick up, but a lot of the girls are turning pro. So you got a lot of beginners out there. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to, you know, bringing this to a global market and showing it, you know, and having a great, we know the purse bid was great. You know, I'm getting paid great, and she's probably getting the biggest purse of her whole career, probably all her purses put together, to be fair. So it's great for women's boxing to move forward and know that we're getting this kind of pay as well.
What's Shannon's weaknesses from what you've seen so far, and how can you exploit those whenever you do come around to fight her?
I think she's mentally weak, to be fair. I think that's why she's such a bully. I think she's not secretly insecure, but I feel like, you know, insecurity is loud and confidence is quiet. And I just feel like, you know, there's those little things there. I think probably her underestimation of me, thinking I've literally just got here because I stripped my clothes off, and doing the same script from, you know, Shani 2020, 21, that, you know, I'm just a model, and I can't fight, and she wouldn't even use me for sparring, apparently. I think she said that about a year ago. So we'll see. I'd like to see what she has to say to everyone when she has to explain how she got beat by a lingerie model. And that's going to be exciting. But look, you know, I've kind of kept out of it. She's been carrying on for the last year. But now the fight's on, I'm able to talk about it, and I don't mind mentioning her name and giving the exposure for the fight, because, you know, now time to build a fight and make money, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. That's it. I don't have much to say.
Finally, this weekend we're here in Vegas for Canelo Triple G. Can you give us a prediction?
Yeah, look, I've always said Canelo's going to win this fight. I honestly thought Canelo was just going to blitz it. I wouldn't have been surprised if Canelo was going to knock out Triple G. But just the last week and just seeing Triple G in person and just seeing how he is, he's looking very confident, looking very healthy and fit. And I think it's not going to be as easy as we all might think. You know, we look at Canelo and we think he's been so active and he's had some great fights. Look, let's think about his last fight. Look, I know he did get kind of, he got not smashed, but Bivol did a good job on him on his last fight. But he did go up. He is a champion that likes to challenge himself. But he was out of his depths, I think, at that weight with such a great person or boxer like Bivol. But he's coming back down to his kind of more natural, comfortable weight, which is at super middle. Golovkin's going to go up to that, so he's not going to have to cut as much. I just think it's going to be a lot closer fight than, say, maybe I originally thought, and maybe a lot of other people, even Canelo, think. I see Canelo winning on points. Unless I think he can hurt him to the body really early, I don't see him knocking out Triple G. And Canelo has a granite chin as well, and we've seen him take some big punches from Triple G. So I just don't see an actual knockout. But if we do, it's going to be an epic knockout because they're two heavy punches and two granite chins. So look, all I know is it's probably one of the most exciting trilogies of this more newer era.
Ebony, thanks a million for your time. We'll do this again very soon.
No worries, thank you.
Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more
There's
times.
5 blokes outside my front door. Can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.